Good day, parents and children. We are by the third lesson, the last lesson of this week. You will see we're going to be describing 3D objects, and you can also see that we're going to look at page DBE book, page 96 to 97. I'm just going to go through the three types of questions you will get when you look at those pages, and then we're going to look at nets of 3D objects. So if you page to page 96, you will see the question number 1. It says, name and describe the surfaces, flat or curved, of the following objects. We included a few challenges for you. Okay, so when you look at the surfaces, in other words, the faces of the 3D objects, you must tell whether the face is flat or curved. So if I look at my matchbox here, all the surfaces or all the faces are flat. None of them are bent or curved. Okay, so if I look at this one here, that rectangular prism, then the word that I will use to describe it, I will say it is flat. So that's what I want you to do there. If I look at the cylinder, I know the two circles on both ends are flat, but the rectangle that's around it, it's curved. So here you will say flat and curved. Okay, and then when we have a sphere or a ball like that, we know the surfaces are curved. So I've done 3 for you as an example. So I want you to answer the rest of them. Then the next question, number 2, it says label the 3D objects and then the net with the following words. So you must use the words face, edge, and vertex, and you must show it on the picture. So I'm just going to do it here and there. So if I look at this lighter face here, I'm just going to use my arrow to show what I'm talking about, and then I will write the label face. Then I want you to show me where's the vertex and show me an example of the edge. The same with, this is the net of this 3D object. So what will you show as the vertex, and what will you show as a face, and what will you show as an edge? So I will do an example. So this, if I fold this, so this will form a vertex. Okay, and then I want you to label the rest of them. Then the next question, number 3. Here you have the different 3D objects. It's a little bit unclear. I'm just going to focus again. Okay, you must look at page 96 and you will see the different names. So this one, the first one is triangular prism, then the next one is rectangular prism, and then you've got C, you've got a cube. They are labeled according to letters. This is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, and K. So it says here, choose the correct net to go with each prism or pyramid. So if I look at the first net here, which one of them will be the 3D object that is this net, that's represented by this net? So if I will choose rectangular prism. So rectangular prism is labeled B. So I will write on the net the letter that is in front of the name. So it says here B, rectangular prism. So this one will be the rectangular prism. That's why I'm labeling it B. Right, so if I look at this one, this looks like this has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides. So this is a pentagonal prism. So I want to find the pentagonal prism, and that's D. So this one I will label D. And then let's just do another one. These are all prisms, okay? So this one is the cube. So this one I will label C. So then I want you to finish all the rest of them by looking at the 3D objects, the names, and then labeling the nets. Okay, right, so the next thing I would like to show you is I've got 2 examples of nets. Okay, I will send this page through to you. I want you to try and copy this onto a piece of paper or on an exam pad paper. So you've got this one and you've got this one, and then I want you to cut it out. You will see it has flaps. Okay, the flaps are not really part of the net. The net is the straight darker lines, okay? The net is made up of the straight darker lines. So these dotted lines are just showing the flaps. The flaps are necessary because if we build the 3D object, you need to paste it together so that you can have the solid 3D object. So that's why we have these flaps. So we put we paste the glue on the flaps, and then we can stick it all together. Okay, so I'm going to show you an example. So I've cut this one out. So you see it's exactly the same one. And then what you do is when you cut it out, I want you to fold each line like this. Okay, fold on each line like this, like that, like this, like that, and then also the flaps. Okay, and then you take your Prit and you just put the Prit only on the flaps. Okay. Right? You can even color this in if you want to make a colorful 3D object. Okay, and then what you do is you fold the flap in like that, and then you put one of the faces on top of that like this. So you paste it together like that. Then you do the same on the other side. So remember that the flap must be on the inside. Okay, now paste together, right? And then I fold in these two flaps, and I bend over the face, and then just try and stick it together. And there you've got your 3D object. So what is this? This is a pyramid, but what kind? So look at the base. What do we have at the base? We have a square. So this one is called the square base pyramid. And here we can go through the properties of this pyramid. So how many faces do you see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many vertices? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. What do we call this vertex at the top? We call it the apex. And then how many edges? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 edges. So that's interesting. Okay. And then you do the same with the next net. Okay, so I cut out this one at the bottom. The same with this one. Fold on the edges, on those lines. Fold it. Okay, so you've got folded all of them like that and like that. Right, and then the next step is to take your glue and paste it. Only put the glue on the flaps. Okay, and then I want you to fold it, and then I want you to put the triangle's face on top of the flap, so you stick it together, and do the same with the other one. Okay, and on this side as well. This one doesn't have enough glue on it. Okay, so then here we have another 3D object. So what is this one called? This one is the triangular prism. So you can see the height. And why do we call it a prism? Because it's got two identical ends. Both sides got exactly the same size triangle. Okay, so let's go through the properties of this one. How many faces? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many vertices? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many edges? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 edges. Okay, so there you've got your two 3D objects you made from your nets. Right, homework. Page 97 to 98 in your DBE book. I want you to answer all the questions. You're going to do it quickly. It's not going to take you lots of time. And if you have Green Shoots, Brain Quest 10 and 11 will be very appropriate because you're going to be tested on your knowledge of 3D objects. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. You can be very creative with 3D objects and you can make them. You can even go and look around in the home, your home, and see if you can find some examples of 3D objects like this one I showed you in the first lesson. And I want you to cut it open and unfold it, and then you can see the net. Right. Have a nice day.